Welcome to another episode of the In My House Techno Music Show. I am your host, T. Carlita, and it is the first of the month. It is March 2017, and I think spring is going to come sooner or later. We had a touch of spring and a little bit more winter, and hey, it's Michigan, it's the world, it's weather. Just wear the right clothes and take your vitamins and drink lots of water. Oh yeah, don't drink tap water, but bottled water or whatever. Just be safe and, make yourself feel good. All right, so enough of all of that. This month, the first of the month, we get down with Spirit of 313 mix. This time I got a few cool tracks that are presented to you by me. Track selection by the In My House historian, Mr. Stevie Anderson, over there in the UK. And we also get an opportunity to actually finally hear the voice of Mr. Stevie Anderson. We collaborated and came up with a segment that we're going to do each month now, and we started it last month. It's called For Those Who Know. And this month, he narrates For Those Who Know, featuring Mr. Roy Davis Jr. So I hope you enjoy that. And DJ Scent is back again with her 2 cents of house history. This month, she is featuring Miss Jocelyn Brown. What a voice, what a voice, what a voice. Miss Jocelyn Brown. Woo-wee, that's for sure. So, hope you enjoy this week's episode. But let me kick this off. In my house, there's a lot of music always going on, and it's always been a lot of music going on. And you all know how much I adore my grandchildren. So here's a quick clip of us just clowning around in the studio, turntables going, Casey and Kaylee getting down to a track produced and written by Gerald Mitchell. So I hope you enjoy this little quick clip of the girls doing their thing in the studio of the In My House Techno Music Show. And right after the girls do their little dancing, we're going to go right into this month's segment of For Those Who Know, narrated by Mr. Stevie Anderson over in the UK. This is T. Carlita. Welcome to the show. Enjoy. Sit back. 1 good hour full of music and a lot of entertainment. All right, this is Granny T's girls get their dance on.
Casey, come on, baby. Get it, Casey. I see you, Casey. I see you, Casey. I see you. Close door, Casey. Yeah. Get it, Kaylee. Get it, Kaylee. Get it, Kaylee. Get it, Kaylee. I see you over here, Casey. What you got, Casey? What you got? Get it, Kaylee. Go ahead, baby. Break it down, Kaylee. Break it down, Kaylee. Break it down, girl. Break it down, Kaylee. Break it down. Break it down, girls. Break it down. Break it down, girls.
And now, For Those Who Know, narrated by Mr. Stevie Anderson, the official In My House Techno Music Show Incorporated historian by the way of the UK. And as always, brought to you in the true spirit of 313.
Hi, I am Stevie Anderson from the UK, bringing you this month's For Those Who Know, featuring Roy Davis Jr., courtesy of T. Carlita's In My House Techno Show. For almost 30 years, Roy Davis Jr.'s music has been highly regarded by the dance music industry and fans alike, who rightly acclaim him as one of the most influential producers of his generation and a true house music legend. Roy Davis Jr. grew up in Chicago His musical education began at the age of 13 when he started DJing, mixing disco, hip-hop, imported Italian disco and then house music. He was inspired by the music of some of Chicago's revered pioneers, most notably Ron Hardy, Lil Louis, Marshall Jefferson, Farley Jackmaster Funk, and his friend and mentor DJ Pierre, of renowned acid house innovators Future. His first foray into producing house music was a track called 20 Below, which featured on Volume 6 of a house music compilation series on a UK house label called Jack Tracks. The track was credited to DJ Pierre as Pierre's Fantasy Club and did not include Davis, yet he remained undeterred and focused on becoming a recognised producer in his own right. Davis's burgeoning talent as a producer and keyboard player was now in demand. He played keyboards on tracks by Steve Poindexter and Brian Harris respectively, on Poindexter's Chicago Underground label, and for the Chicago Bad Boys EP on Sabre Records. His collaboration with another mentor, the legendary Marshall Jefferson, as U Mosier, produced two excellent tracks, We Are Unity and Love Don't Let Me Down, both released on Jefferson's label Otherside Records, further added to Davis's growing reputation. Davis had followed a similar career path of his friend DJ Pierre, to work as A&R scout and produce records for iconic New York house music label Strictly Rhythm, as well as set up two labels of his own, Underground Therapy Music and Red Cat. His return to Chicago saw him replace DJ Pierre in Future, and he co-produced the anthemic Rise From Your Grave, released on Strictly Rhythm in 1992. Davis still found time to work on his own productions and a definitive sound, a sound that embraces his love of soul, funk and jazz, melded together, that is infectious as it is euphoric. His hallmark soulful bass and chord instrumentation is heavily influenced by the music of artists he most admires, Curtis Mayfield, Stevie Wonder and Marshall Jefferson. His music often reveals his deep faith in God. Track titles like Join His Kingdom, Michael, Rejoice, God of Israel and Paradise, to name a few. But it was another spiritual-based track called Gabriel, featuring Pevin Everett, released on Chicago's Large Records in 1992, that catapulted Roy Davis Jr. from underground hero to mainstream pop stardom, as Gabriel became a worldwide hit in the clubs and commercial radio. The track was so influential in the development of a new dance music genre known as UK Garage, and has been a club hit ever since. Throughout his glittering career, Roy Davis Jr.'s tracks have graced some of house music's best-known labels: Strictly Rhythm, Power Music, King Street, Downtown 161, Nervous Records, all from New York, and from Chicago, Large Records, Casual and Prescription. His consistency and range as a producer, remixer and DJ has left an indelible mark on the history of house music. In conclusion, I will quote Roy Davis Jr.'s own words from a statement he put out last year following a diagnosis for multiple sclerosis. It is a testament to a much-loved and respected individual and to his courage. And I quote, "I hope for as long as I physically can, I will continue to play music to you all, as much and as regularly as possible, and continue to give you the music that lets us break free from the shackles of life's pain, bring us all closer together, and sparks our souls." End quote. That's it from me until next month. My very special thanks goes out to T. Carlita and to all of you who watch and support the show. This is Stevie Anderson from the UK, wishing you all peace in the spirit of 313.
Thank you, Stevie Anderson, the official In My House Techno Music Show Incorporated historian and narrator of the first of the month segment of For Those Who Know. Wow, I finally get to hear your voice. We have communicated through email for 3 years now, and I finally get to have a voice behind the messages. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I also want to give a super thank you to Ayana T. Miller, my photographer buddy, for being there with me when Roy Davis Jr. actually came to Detroit to the Grasshopper. So those photos are hers, and I appreciate that. And to be in the room with him and to dance to his performance was just wow. That's all I want to say. So for the In My House Techno Music Show, this has been, for those who know, now you know a little bit more about Roy Davis Jr. And I encourage you to Google, search, watch video clips, get to know who he is. These are legends of this music. These are legends in the business. Get to know them, appreciate them, support them. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show, and we'll be right back.
Was an archangel of love. He had good news for those dedicating their lives to the Spirit. One love was the focus of the truth. Message. Everybody felt the tension. Time was fading. Gabriel played.
Brothers, I know you're struggling. Can't get a job, nowhere to go, and nowhere to hide. Dealing with this racist fight, but our biggest and worst fight is in our own community each night. Our people are confused. Sisters living a lie with their fake blonde hair and fake blue eyes. Brothers living a lie selling drugs while they watch their brothers die. Wake up, people. We must rise. Rise from your grave. Rise from our graves.
This is cocaine speaking. This is cocaine. This is cocaine speaking. This is cocaine. Rise.
Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri, and we offer taxpayers a new, free, and convenient way to make delinquent tax payments. We have taken action by joining a kiosk network located in Rite Aid pharmacies and many other locations throughout Metro Detroit. There are more than 25 locations where payments can be made at kiosks, and more locations are coming soon. We have several kiosks located in our offices to make your payments easier. It is very important for people to stay current on their payment plans. The kiosks accept credit cards, checks, or cash, and payments take just a few minutes with a simple touchscreen instruction. More than 5,000 people have used the kiosk to make payments or look up their payment plan without having to travel downtown. My office is pleased to have brought this safe, convenient, and free option to you to make staying current on your payment plans easier. Please visit wctkiosk.com for a list of locations. You can also pay delinquent taxes online at treasurer.waynecounty.com or by calling 313-224-5990.
We also want to continue with the tracks that are celebrating 20 years this year. So we want to say happy 20th anniversary to these tracks. One by Chicago producer Michael Dearborn called Possessed, and two tracks by Canadian producer Mr. Richie Houghton. So I hope you enjoy these clips, these tracks celebrating 20 years. Congratulations, you guys. And I hope you all have enjoyed all of the 20-year celebration tracks that have been played each month prior to this month. So here's Possessed by Michael Dearborn and 005 and 006 by Richie Houghton. Enjoy. You are in my house, hosted by Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. where the true stories are told and great music is played. This portion of the In My House Techno Music Show is brought to you by Miko Events and Designs, specializing in events of all occasions and floral designs for your many needs, weddings, funerals, birthdays. Let Miko design and let your room come to life through Miko's Events and Designs. That's Miko Events and Designs. Find her on Facebook, follow her on Instagram. To get in touch with Miko, she can be reached 586-222-9752. That's 586-222-9752. Or email mikoeventsdesigns@yahoo.com. Miko Events Designs. Thank you so much for being a proud supporter of the In My House Techno Music Show. And now, DJ Scent gives 2 cents of house history.
Hey everyone, for the In My House and Techno Show, this is DJ Scent gives 2 cent house history, showing mad love to one of my all-time favorites, Miss Jocelyn Loretta Brown. She is an American R&B and dance music singer, songwriter, musician, and record producer. Unless you've been living in a cave since the late 70s, or just wasn't around yet, you have likely heard Jocelyn Brown's voice at one point or another. Man, her power pack and impassionate voice has been at the fore of several definitive, short-lived disco groups like Inner Life and Musique, hit the upper reaches of the club charts in large part due to Brown's contributions. She began singing with gospel choirs in church in Brooklyn and became a favorite soloist in Washington, D.C. at her uncle's church. She then left the gospel genre for a while for a more circular form of music, singing along with local band called The Machine and New York-based funk disco group Clear. Brown furthered her musical career in the late 70s, singing on records by studio-created bands like Revanche, Musique, Inner Life, Discotheque, Saran, Bad Girls, Cheek, and Change, just to name a few. Later, singing with Soul Orchestra. During the 80s, she had the opportunity to appear in Bette Midler's concert movie called Divine Madness, singing backup as a harlot. She has also had success as a solo performer. She's hit Billboard Hot 100 charts entries in her name. And I mean, she has done extensive background music inside the industry and is just so well known in the world of dance music. You know, Brown continued to lend and work for decades. Her vocals were frequently sampled, as well as one of my dance floor jams by the group called Snaps, the song The Power, a truly unavoidable dance pop single that came out in the 90s. Her voice has been sampled by so many. I mean, her disco and even house tracks today are just legendary. She's done jingles. She's worked with the likes of Todd Terry. Man, when he teamed up with her and my other powerhouse sister, the diva Miss Martha Wash, for Keep On Jumpin', man, you talking about a true classic. She's worked with Incognito, Masters at Work. I mean, you know, doing all kind of soulful house, deep house, pop, funk, acid projects. I mean, you name it, she's pretty much had her voice somewhere. One of the all-time classics that most people know her by is Somebody Else's Guy. Man, that intro is to die for. You can still play that today and get dance floors moving. You know, we lose so many gems, and some people truly don't get the credit for what they have brought to the music industry. I feel like she is one of those that needs to be more recognized for decades of producing as well as singing. I mean, truly just good music of so many different genres. Her versatility is unmatched. Her husky sound, it hits you in the core. When you hear her, very few can make you feel the music the way Jocelyn Brown did and still does today. I applaud her for pushing forward even when the music wasn't giving her the love it should. She is a light that continues to this day to shine bright. Big ups, my girl, Jocelyn Brown. We applaud you for being there for years. To get my music, CDs, USB drives, mixes, go to djcent.com. Thank you guys for taking a moment to check out This Is DJ Cent Gives 2 Cent House History for the In My House and Techno show with our girl T. Carlita. Thanks so much.
Rhythm beat, the wave of the future. Rhythm beat.
at you. Haven't I been real good to you? Haven't I been that woman in your life? Why does it have to happen, baby? That you are somebody else's guy. Oh yeah. Why you wanna do this to me, boy?
We all have a responsibility for our music to be a light in a world that has so many dark corners. Our music can be an instrument for hope. Our music can be a cause for justice. Our music can be a prayer for peace. Our music can be a dance for spiritual freedom. Our music can be a gift for love. So that today and tomorrow, our world will see the saving grace of God at hand, in and through us. This is our belief. For from us to you, we can and always will be in the spirit of 313. This month's episode of the In My House Techno Music Show proudly presents another rendition of the Spirit of 313 musical mix put together by yours truly, T. Carlita, and track selected by the official In My House Techno Music Show Incorporated historian, Mr. Stevie Anderson from the UK. Please enjoy the mix and let your spirit of 313 be lifted as well. hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. You are in my house, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Exotic Hair Night.
Did you say exotic hair? How does this look?
It looks exotic. Hump the Grinders Hair Wars presents Exotic Hair Night, Sunday, April 2nd, at the Ford Community and Performing Arts Center in Dearborn, Michigan. Exotic Hair Night, starring some of America's greatest hair entertainers, showcasing more than 250 models in a series of stage presentations that will blow your hairy mind. Hair Wars, Exotic Hair Night, where the audience looks like they belong on stage too. The hair and the fashions. It's your night to step out and fit in. Hair Wars, Sunday, April 2nd at the beautiful Ford Performing Arts Center in Dearborn, Michigan, Michigan Avenue at Greenfield. Doors open at 5 p.m. for the big screen show, and Hair Wars goes live at 6:05. Cash bar, hot food, free parking, and an after party to be announced. Exotic Hair Night, where the hair entertainers dream to the extreme. Sponsored by Ampro Pro Style, In My House, and Dorsey School of Beauty. Tickets on sale now. Go to www.hairwarsustour.com. Get yours.
Oh, I just love Hair Wars.
And that concludes this week's episode of the In My House Techno Music Show. I'm your host, T. Carlita. I hope you have enjoyed this week's show, and I truly appreciate the support of the Wayne County Treasurer's Office for continually making us aware of where and how we can continue to pay your home taxes for Wayne County. So thank you so much for that, and thank you for Miko Events and Designs for always supporting the show as well. And for all of you who tune in week after week and have tuned in for the past 3 years, I appreciate you. And I appreciate all the emails, all the support, all the inboxes on Facebook. I appreciate you following us on Instagram and following us on Twitter. So we just want to continue to do our best to keep the wheel spinning and to continue to bring you true stories and definitely great music. So in the meantime, this is T. Carlita. Until next week, let's keep the wheel spinning and get back into the spirit of 313 Mix. See you next time. You are in my house, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
those of you that didn't hear it the first time. For those of you that didn't hear it the first time. For those of you that didn't hear it the first time. Love is the message. For those of you that didn't hear it the first time. Love is the message. For those of you that didn't hear it the first time. Love is the message. For those of you that didn't hear it the first time. You breathed into this earth. For those of you that didn't hear it the first time. We're all just questioning. How do I love? For those of you that didn't hear it the first time. What is my mission? But the story is old. It's being retold. Are you gonna listen? Leave the shadows beside, and with a truthful stride, walk into the light of unconditional love. Dance with the light and your brothers and your sisters.
You are in my house, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
It's how you play the game. The rules are simple, it's not hard to play. It's called survival from day to day. And if you're lucky, you'll get your way. It doesn't matter if you win it now.